has actually done very well on in the past. I think his Jax has been one of his better champions, but into Zeus, and right now, as far as form is concerned, I'm a little worried.
Yeah. I hadn't had the opportunity to talk about that. Yeah, it makes a lot more sense now. So Viper actually has TP, so no Captain Barry this time around.
Oh, true.
And they TP'd Viper to catch that top wave. Doran's still going to be very, very sad, but Zeus hasn't backed.
Yeah, and he is very, very low. Zeka now in a little bit of trouble, but is able to snap back. Hextech Ultimatum does come down as Mom gets angry as well. A lot of damage there, but there's the flash forward into the crash down. Zeka's going to get interrupted. It's a decent pulverize. Zeus is burning, but he survives! And that is first blood onto Peanut, picked up by Gumayusi. Still, the cleanup is going to be there. Delight likely to fall down, though, and T1, they're stacking up Faker at the same time and collecting some grubs.
And again, they can just TP Camille to whichever wave they'd like. An overextension from Hanwha Life. And T1 getting a win here. Gumayusi is just going to be able to shove in here towards the top side of the map.
Around could be absurd. They do know that
E.
Owner is in the area. They know that this is a 2 versus 2. Peanut continuing to bide his time. As Zeus moving back to the tri-brush, there is the counter-strike to Chain CC's decent. Cease and assist comes down though, and that's Peanut locking down the kill. The cat and mouse there in that bottom lane, and that 2v2 was beautifully played by Hanwha.
To find these moments. That's a pick onto Zeus. That was one of the few lanes for T1 that really was setting up for great success. And now Doran,
doesn't go. I would have greeted for the demolish 100%, but I'm glad that he doesn't, because Faker then doesn't get to stack off the Jax and possibly even kill him. And so first Drake going to go over to Hanwha Life Esports here, as that Hex deck is going to be locked down. A lot of buttons.
Just clears the wave.
Up and available, and a lot of them miss from Gumayusi there as well, so Zeka is still pretty healthy.
Again.
Oh god, we've seen this play before. Faker is rotating down. Delight's already here though. Teleport to come in from Doran or from Viper as both of them turn up. That is a phenomenal headbutt though from Carrier, trying to get them out of there, but Owner is in so much trouble. There's a killer instinct from Viper. He gets the big old shield. Peanut looking for the angle onto Faker, but he doesn't have any more gap close, and Faker's still looking to try and take him down. It's a double now though, and he just walks too far. Doran shuts down the Smolder, and Hanwha Life Esports win the fight.
The coordination from Hanwha proves supreme again, Atlas, as the TP comes in from Doran in these early games. But I think Hanwha Life, their coordination has been so good. And the one thing that I do think you struggle with Six and Smolder is well-coordinated dive. And Hanwha has a lot of that, Atlas.
They do. And they also have...
Viper would be big.
Yeah. Oh, Glacial Prison going to go wide there.
TP Zek at the top, got the shove there.
That's going to even out the grubs here, and means that both the Camille and the Jax going to be on even footing as far as those side lanes are concerned. And moving towards this mid-game, we do have the Scryer's Orb does give T1 the knowledge that this is going down. But moving into the mid-game, we've got a Jax and a Camille on basically parity. The T1 goes into the lower bracket earlier, and last time around Hanwha Life Esports, it was a 3-0
it was.
In the first matchup, and then T1 comes back. You know, they get a little bit of extra practice against D+, taking them down in a difficult series, and then they'll 3-1 Hanwha Life Esports on their way to the finals. Chronicle, don't worry, it's all still set up. Cloud Salt is going to be coming in as well, my personal favorite. You're going to run real fast, and that feels great. But we'll just see whether T1 can weather the storm, because this time they're not the ones with all of the onus on them. Like Pays played it, what, 3 games in a row?
He did also look like
not
the
have
best
been allowed. Yeah,
but that's fake data. I agree with you on that one.
Yeah, but I mean it's not fake data. He was also just allowed to play it 3 games in a row. So I think, I mean, T1 were not the only team that was struggling to figure out a way to counter the champ.
TP Guma in and just Satchel, which would have been so cool.
Yeah.
It's like the turret's just gone. They get the turret anyway. I didn't really need to do that, but...
He also wanted to be defending the outer turret in the mid lane that Viper is putting a bit of pressure on.
And they don't have a lot of vision there. We see some question mark pings. I think they know.
Well, Peanut is
there
walking to the back of the pit. In comes Delight now as the Arctic Assault is going to miss. And now Peanut wants to find a priority target. Crashdown is going to be interrupted there, and Glacial Prison comes through as well. Zeka looking for the angle, but he isn't going to pull the trigger just yet. And now Viper going to get ultimatums. Zeka does find the angle though, and there is the ulti to come through. Mom comes down as well. Viper thrown around the battlefield. They take down the Ziggs, but Faker is still at full health. And Zeka can't get on top of him. Peanut gets a huge shield though. Still the sneezing comes through, and Doran just picks up a triple kill out of nowhere. That's an ace, and they're like, oh, heck with the dragon. We'll go take a Baron.
Viper just walks into melee range of the Jax, and guess what? No one on T1 can deal with that.
All things considered, as there's a flash forward. They do manage to lock up Viper here, and they will be able to mitigate a lot of the push. Zeus now moving in. It will be the dragon taken, so Soul Point is going to come on through. Great knock-up. There's the Glacial Prison going to be eaten here by Hanwha Life esports, but now Delight. Crashdown comes on back in. The ultimate, and it is just Zeka taking control. How do they make these things happen? Carrier, he's almost out of cooldowns. He finds one last pulverize, but this fight is done. And even without Viper there, they still roll over the top. This is probably the best day of League of Legends Zeka has ever had.
Series. What have you been doing, my man? And
just
Jax,
still 100% kill contribution, by the way.
Jax does have an incredible amount of power in this draft. Again, Counter-Strike is insanely strong.
Live esports looking to repeat what Gen G did yesterday and make the upper side of this bracket look very, very powerful here in the LCK. Teams waiting in the wings will mean that T1 not out of it if they lose this game. They will have to face off against a D+ that did just struggle against Gen G yesterday. All right, Blast going to try and get them back in here as there's the Void Seeker. Viper taking matters into his own hands, and Goomer's just dead. There is nothing that they could do about it. Now Carrier's in trouble. The Fate is going to get sealed, and even is able to queue out of the way of the Glacial Prison that was lying in wait. They are still taking a bit of damage here as more Void Seekers funnel on through. But this is going to be even more money going over to Hanwha Life esports. That 10,000 gold gap.
No, I was kind of hoping you would give me an opening, but
did I thought that was an opening. It was a bit ham-fisted. However, I would say that it was probably an opportunity for you to go for it. That is going to be Cloud Soul picked up here by Hanwha Life esports. Like, when this year started, not even this season, when the year started, we looked at Hanwha Life esports and said, wow, okay, there's the season assist. Killer Instinct comes down. Gumiushi this time can go golden, but Delight is going to be here, and Viper just pops him. That is going to be Owner now in trouble. The Crashdown still gets the CC, even with the headbutt, and they're still going. Faker, he's going to go golden, but that is just to watch as the bad guys encroach. He can't get through the base gate as Doran's going to be able to lock him down. That is Viper dead once again, but he's been bait this whole game. And Zeus, he hook shots away. He is going to be able to get some funny business done, but the flash forward and then the counter strike. And I think he is just dead. That's going to be the ace. And Hanwha Life esports, I think they're just going to say top of the morning to the series here as they look to push in for the win.
And Gen G remains a formidable opponent, Atlas. But you really couldn't ask for more from Hanwha Life, showcasing that they are, in fact, and by a seemingly insurmountable margin, the second best team in the LCK. Because what this team is showing here today...
Time for a Hail Mary, though. It is right now. Voidseeker going to connect onto Owner as Zeka never mind, he's absolutely fine. Unbinds the Soul, and Peanut going to get headbutted back. But now Doran looking for the angle. Doesn't get the counter-strike as Gumiushi. He's able to flash to get himself out. That is a decent ulti, though, and Doran just goes golden. The cease and assist comes down, and now it's Viper at full health, just massacring them. And the Wallets, they come down hard. And that is going to be another ace. And that will finally be the win here for Hanwha Life esports.
Clean ace, Atlas! As Hanwha Life stamps an end to this game and this series.
And a perfect game for both Doran and for Zeka. Incredible performances from the solo lanes in this one, but Zeka, this series for him, I mean, this is his magnum opus. This was absolutely gorgeous from this player.
These were some of the best highlights from today's 2024 LCK Summer Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.